Hello everyone, this is Jake from 5 Paranormal, and today I'm going to talk about my top 5 locations I'd love to investigate. This is pretty much my paranormal bucket list, 5 locations. I actually do have a list of about 25 locations that I'd love to investigate, but instead of doing all 25, I'm just going to do 5. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Built in the mid-1800s, this house has gotten a reputation for being haunted by a negative entity that claims to be a little girl named Sally. There have been a few deaths in the home, but the house didn't reach national attention until Tony and Deborah Pickman moved into the home. They would hear footsteps and other strange sounds, see shadows, and fires would start out of nowhere, but Tony would have far worse experiences. He would be attacked multiple times by this inhuman entity, and it would eventually force the family out of the home. I'm always intrigued by locations that have been hyped up on television and other forms of media, and I'd like to see if the Sally house really is haunted. The first time I heard about this location was when I saw the Ghost Adventures episode on it, and something about the building stuck with me for a very long time after I watched the episode. Opened in 1908, Penhurst has a really sad story that warrants its own video, but here's the basic info. From the beginning, there was mistreatment of the patients there. The staff was overworked, and in 1968, conditions at Penhurst were so bad that it was exposed in a 5-part television series news report anchored by local NBC 10 correspondent Bill Baldini called Suffer the Little Children. Penhurst closed in '87, and ghost stories began flooding out of the place. There are certain buildings where you can tell just by looking at them that they're extremely haunted, and Penhurst is one of them. This is the actual house where the exorcism that would inspire the movie The Exorcist took place, and some people still claim that the demon is still in the home after all these years. Kinda like the Sally house, I'd like to see if the claims are true. Plus, it's the site of one of the most famous paranormal cases of all time. Doesn't really need a detailed explanation as to why I'd love to go here. This one is practically in my backyard, and we've done a few videos on Desjardins here on the channel. Hundreds, maybe thousands of people died here and are possibly buried on the property. Cruel experiments were performed on patients, including eugenics. Dr. Joseph Desjardins was pen pals with Adolf Hitler. What more needs to be said? This place is soaked with negative energy, and this has led to claims that the building and grounds are infested with demons and other inhuman entities that prey on the human spirits that are trapped, and they occasionally attack people that trespass inside. I've had many strange and frightening experiences here, back when I worked for the local ghost tours, and I believe this would be the most active location on the East Coast if they ever opened it up to investigators. Probably the most famous paranormal case of all time, and the site of horrific events both caused by humans and non-humans. I've been reading about the Amityville horror ever since I was a kid, and it'd be a dream come true to be able to investigate the house. I believe the DeFeos and Lutzes were experiencing poltergeists and possibly even demonic hauntings, and I want to see if those spirits are still in the home. The only people to have ever investigated the home were Ed and Lorraine Warren, and it'd be an honor to be the first person since the Warrens to investigate the home. I'd like to thank you all for watching this quick video about my top 5 haunted locations I'd love to investigate. Which location on this list would you like to investigate first? Comment below, and feel free to leave your top 5 list in the comments below. I'd love to hear some of your location suggestions. So once again, thank you all for watching the video. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, comment and subscribe, and have a great day everyone.